Hello, Jimmy from here at campus. Today we're at Lithgow. Now it's very cold because it's winter time, but the first thing I want to talk to you about is these things. These are, and especially the way we're going with COVID at the moment, with the outbreak in Victoria, and it's very disappointing and it's very unfortunate, which is a shame. It really is, because everybody in Australia done such a good job. Are you okay? How many people do we know that are not okay? I wear this wherever I go anywhere to remind me to walk up to somebody that is not doing as well as what I am and just ask them, are you okay? Ask your mate next door, are you okay? And if they tell you to piss off, who cares? You know, at least you've done something. But we have to, and we have to be very careful with Victoria. We're on our way to Darwin. We're filming our documentary on 75 years since the end of the Second World War. And at this stage, Victoria has some problems, and we all knew that this may happen. The whole idea of all of Australia to be locked down at the time was to flatten the curve, to take the pressure away from the hospitals. This outbreak is not disastrous. This outbreak is just one of those things that we thought could happen, and it has happened. Bad management by some of the security people that were working in Sydney on the lockdown areas in the isolation. Maybe that caused the problems. I don't know. I don't want to point fingers at anybody, but we had this problem. Let's just get it right. We've done it once. Let's do it again. All right, back to where we are today. We're at Lithgow, at the gun sites at Lithgow. You can see them from the side of the highway. Once you drive past the hospital, which is just behind me, you'll see about 6 concrete bunkers. You can drive down there and you can climb all over these things. But anyhow, what I want to show you is just over the top of that hill over there, there was a series of dummy guns over there. So the enemy would see those and think they were these guns here. Now on top of the hill, which is called Scenic, there's also another set of bunkers up there, but no guns on them. They were the better ones because they weren't surrounded by hills. They had pretty good shot. Now this bunker here, that one there, and that one over there, they had dummy guns in them. So now what we'll do now is we'll just swing around. This one that's there, that one you can see there is a real gun. That one fired. Now if we go back over this way, back across the front of me and look across here, this is Lithgow. There's a hospital over there. So just move yourself around over towards that building over there, those buildings over there. That's the highway, Great Western Highway. So when you're coming down the Great Western Highway, if you're heading towards Lithgow or Orange, look down the left, you'll see these just before you get to the hospital. Or if you're going from Orange or leaving Lithgow to go up the Great Western Highway, look to your right, you'll see these things in here. Okay, a little bit of stats for you. 3.7. We'll just go to this gun here, the one that I've elevated up. 3.7 inches. And that calculates to about 90mm anti-aircraft artillery. Now, it could fire 12.5 kilo round, 8,500 metres into the air. That's 8.5 kilometres. When it reached that area, it would explode, and whatever was in that range would be injured, destroyed, or suffer some kind of damage, hopefully to bring the aircraft down. That was the whole idea of it. But at the end of the day, I want to show you this gun because it's very iconic. So if you follow me in here, and we're going to have to excuse the audio because it will get a bit echoey in here because of the magazine and also the surrounds of the gun. These areas you can see here, these areas you can see in here is where they stored ammunition ready for firing. so they could get ammunition from here. The whole idea of it was, if you had the ammunition down there and had an explosion up here with the gun, you didn't have a massive explosion down here. So they tried to keep all the ammunition away from the gun. Now, as I said, this gun is iconic. When they made the movie Australia with Nicole Kidman in it, what they did is they came down here and said, we'd like to borrow your gun or we'd like to buy it. And they said, well, sorry, it's not for sale. They said, well, we'd like to borrow it, we need to use it in our movie. And they said, yeah, that's okay, you can do that. You can use it in your movie. What would you do to it? And they said, well, we'll restore it, we'll get it to Travis, we'll get it to Elevate, and we'll paint it all up to what it was, and we'll put new tyres on it and blah, 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 but we need to use it in the movie. And they said, yeah, that's fine, that'll be okay, but where will you take it to? And they said, well, we'll take it on site, whether it be Darwin or wherever it was. I'm pretty sure it was Darwin. They said, yeah, that's fine, as long as you bring it back. It must come back to us, and it must go back to where it was sitting. So they took this gun here and they took it away and they painted it up and cleaned it up and got it to Travis and got it to Elevate. Unfortunately, the Travis is not working anymore, but the Elevation is. So I'll show you in a minute. That there is about one of the angles they'd be on, but it could fire nearly straight up and down. I don't understand quite what the aiming process was, and I'm pretty sure in 1937 it wasn't radar driven. But if it was, if someone could give me a message or send me an email on hairycampers@gmail.com, I'd like to know if they were radar driven or not. I don't think so, not in 1937. Now, the reason for this is, we'll go back out of here and get out of this bad audio area. The reason for this was just over that valley over there was a small arms factory. Now, it's been there since the turn of the century, like as in the turn of the last century. They made a lot of firearms over there. They made the iconic 303, they made the SLR, they made the 22 Lithgow, they made the Sportgo 22, and that's in between the wars. They also made the Vickers, I believe. I could be wrong with that. And the Bren, I don't know if the Bren was made here or not. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. But anyhow, that was that area there. That's what these guns and the ones up on top of Scenic were protecting. Now, what else is there in Lithgow? You've got this, which is part of our documentary of the end of the Second World War, 75 years since the end of the Second World War. In Lithgow, you've got the Scenic Hill, which is the mountains. They've got a POW. They've got a POW camp up there. They've got a POW camp up there, the memorial. Now, if we keep on going a little bit further up, there is a track that goes down to the old railway line down there, which is now they call it the glowworm tunnels. And then if you go a little bit further, the zigzag railway is up there. Now, it got badly burnt 2014, I believe it was, maybe 2013. They lost everything. They rebuilt everything. They got it going again, and as far as I know, it got burnt again in the last lot of fires we had, and they've got it going now again with steam engines. But you've got that accommodation. You've got a caravan park, which I've stayed at down at Lithgow. You've also got a motel down at Lithgow. You've got a bit of free camping around Lithgow. You got the showground. So if you're coming from Sydney, or if you're coming from wherever, except Victoria at this stage, you can just about camp anywhere in Lithgow. You can either free camp or you can go wherever you want. But anyhow, this is Lithgow. This here is, these are the anti-artillery guns that were put here in 1937. And at the end of the day, if you really want to come and have a look, it's worth a look. Just remember, people 75 years ago gave their lives for us so we could have all of this. War, there's only one thing that comes out of war: death. It's not a very good thing. Have we got any better than what we have since 1937? Of course we have. We haven't had a third world war. We've got close, but we haven't had a third world war. Have we had any nuclear strikes anywhere? No, we haven't. Have we had any major destruction like we had in the Second World War with the Nazi Party? No, we haven't. So yes, I would like to think we have got better at what we're doing. We haven't had any terrible wars. We have had some wars, but we haven't had anything like the First World War or the Second World War. So come and see these things, watch our videos, watch the documentary, and also at the end of the day, just remember, these people 75 years ago gave their life to protect our way of life that we have today, and I believe it's got better. As much as people whinge and whine and say that Australia is not as good as what it used to be, I think that's a load of bullshit. I really do. But anyhow, at the end of the day, this is Jimmy from Hairy Campers. We're on our way to Darwin. We're going to investigate the bombing of Darwin and a few of the airfield sites and army camps on the way. I hope you can join us. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you.